stream management, hose management, how to tighten up the pattern, how to loosen the pattern, different water, like different style techniques on how to knock down different types of fire.
Oh, I see.
And so we've got 2 recruits that are in training. The one that's got the nozzle, and then this gentleman back here with the axe.
What position would that be considered?
She's considered the nozzleman, and he's considered the plugman. He's the one that hooked up the water to the hydrant to the truck.
Oh, right here?
Yeah.
Okay. So how hard is it to hold the hose when water's coming out?
It's pretty stout. It's usually a 2-person job, especially with the hose management. It's roughly on average 130 psi coming out of that nozzle.
Oh wow.
Yeah. That's why firefighting is a team sport. So that's why you usually see 2 or more of us on a hose line, because see how they have to advance that hose? It's a chore.
Oh yeah, I bet.
And we're out in an open park, a crowded house, with stairs and couches.
A lot more constraints.
Yeah, exactly. Making it around 90-degree corners, going upstairs.
Exactly.
It gets very tough.
Oh, I bet.
And there's a different fog pattern.
What is that usually used for?
We'll use that. Yeah, we'll use that for what's called hydraulically ventilating. We'll open up a window, a nice square window, step up to the door if it's super smoky conditions. We'll open up that window, make sure there's nobody outside of it. Open up that fog pattern, and it creates like a suction, almost like a
oh, I see.
What am I looking for here? Kind of like a siphon. It creates a vacuum. As it pushes that air, it's drawing air past that nozzle, and it's sucking that nasty air, all that stuff that we need out of there so we can see and perform an effective rescue. That's what that's doing. That's called a hydraulic ventilation.
Probably makes the breathing conditions a little bit better too.
Correct.
As well, huh?
Yeah. Well, we always have our respirators on now.
Oh, I got you.
We're constantly breathing clean air. Anytime that we get some nasty air, we click onto air.
Okay, I got you. What are they doing right now? They're
changing so the other recruit can get some hose time, some nozzle time, so he can feel the pressure. Because this is the first time this is one of the first times we've flowed decent pressure behind a hose. So it's just in order to get used to it and work on target acquisition and stuff like that. See how he's got that cone moving?
Yes.
All that stuff.
That's kind of
yeah, because it's a different view when you're holding that nozzle in your hand. It's hard to see where you're hitting, so you kind of have to get used to it. It's like anything. It's
you got to kind of feel
perspective. Exactly.
Exactly.
So he's working on hose stream management, and then he'll do pattern identification here.
Hey, buddy, that car's not your way? Or just as soon as I got it?
No, I think it's actually all right.
We're already done. Already.
No, you're fine.
Hey, what's happening to you guys? Oh, it's just changing.
Okay, this is Martin from Sun News Local with Ed Cunningham, PIO officer?
PIO.
PIO. He just wants to talk today about the little training drill they did here in El Mirage.
When we first hire somebody, they're on what's called probation for the first year, and during that first year, they spend times with each of the crews learning how we, basically how we fight fire. The exercise that we did today is we hooked up to the hydrant here.
Okay.
Again, ran the hose over to the engine. Through the engine, the second firefighter who's on probation grabbed the hose, ran it out there. The other firefighter met him, basically pretending like they were heading towards a fire. Put the masks on, everything down to the breathing air. And then just learned what it feels like to have that pressure coming from the hose through the nozzle, so they can learn really how to handle that kind of pressure coming through.
Quite a bit of pressure out of there.
Set you back on your feet.
Oh yeah.
So we teach them basically how to work together. Once the water's flowing, there's ways that the person behind the nozzle person can help move the hose, so it's easier for them.
So team effort basically. So, all right. Well, You're from Mirage Fire Department.
Mirage Fire Department.
And I want to thank you for coming out today and letting us get a little bit of footage of you.
Absolutely, anytime.
Have a good one. We'll see you next time. Thanks.